Welcome to our online race briefing for Maitland Triathlon Club. My name's Matt, one of the race directors for the club. First and foremost, a big welcome to our first timers and to our returning racers. We hope you have a great race and that you return back to our transition area safe and in one piece. So a few safety measures that we want to run through with our online race briefing. So just going through a few details about our race. For COVID-19, we've got to look at doing things a little bit different. Hence, we've got our online race briefing now to avoid that social distancing issue before and after our race. So make sure you've got your timing chip on your left ankle. Make sure that you've got no bags in transition. Triathlon New South Wales rules and New South Wales road rules apply to our race. So if you're not familiar with those, jump online and have a look under the Try New South Wales technical banner, and you can see our race rules and procedures there. So our races are sanctioned by Triathlon Australia. So therefore we've got a few very stringent things that we need to follow in order to make our races safe and also to ensure that we are covered from a liability point of view. So make your way around to the swim area. We go through the turnstiles and get everyone checked off. We do ask that there's no spectators in the swim area, so we ask that you do stay outside the fence line, and that's a requirement by Maitland City Council. So we start the swim at the shallow end. It's a clockwise direction swim. You stay on the outside of the turn cans, and it is a group swim start, so self-seed, and we exit the swim area at the deep end and make your way across the grassed area. For the intermediate, it's 2.5 laps. For the seniors, it's 4.5 laps. Like I said, clockwise direction. And we do have pool safety marshals around. So if you do find yourself in any difficulties, just put your hand up. Also, there is a defib available at the pool area. If there is any lightning in the area, we'll follow the pool staff directions, and we won't keep the race running if there's any lightning in the area anyway. So we'll follow their safety protocols there. So once you exit the pool, head across the synthetic grass to the double gates. Once you go through the double gates, swing to the left, 90-degree turn, stay with the fence line on your left-hand side, go all the way along the grassed area. It's only 50 odd metres. Once again, another left-hand turn, and then round the big tree that's directly in front of you into the transition area along the chute. You'll cross the intermediate timing mat, which will be the end of your swim leg, and that will record your swim time, and then you make your way to your bike. Please make sure that you've got your torso covered and your helmet fastened before you remove your bike, and then once you then remove your bike, head towards the top end of transition where you'll see our marshals for the mount dismount area. Make sure you don't mount your bike until you actually hit the bitumen, and then mount your bike and head off onto our bike course. You'll veer around to the left hand side. The next probably kilometre is quite narrow, and we will find there'll be some parked cars and things on the edge of that road that goes up towards the service station. So please take care through there. You may experience oncoming traffic, and that probably brings me to my next point with our bike course. It is open. You will encounter traffic, guys. We're encountering more and more as the years go on, and we don't have the luxury of having closed roads. So please adhere to all of the road rules. Stay left, no littering, no drafting. Take care at the turnarounds, take care on all the intersections, and we need to absolutely follow any signage in any direction from our marshals and the police if they are out there as well. So when you get to the service station, it's a right-hand turn. Please be aware of the traffic that could be turning off the New England Highway on your left shoulder, and might be accelerating and not necessarily expecting a cyclist to be coming out of a side street. So once you've turned right there, don't cut the corner, and follow the directions of our marshals there. Keep the showground on your left hand shoulder and continue about 1 kilometre along that road, and you will encounter a stop sign. So you must stop at the stop sign. Guys, it's a no-brainer. You are risking disqualification, and our race direction team will not hesitate in disqualifying you if you run that stop sign. We've had too many near misses over the years. If something happens there, not only are you going to be in hospital, but more importantly, it jeopardises our race for future races. So we want you to come to a stop. It's the obligation of the competitor to make sure that it's safe to continue. Our marshals are there to make sure that people go in the right direction and to report any issues or concerns, and just to be there of assistance, really. The competitor, the road user, is the one that deems it safe to continue at that intersection. So make sure you have a look, come to a stop, put your foot down if you need to. Stop means stop, and it's not stop 3 and 4 wide, it's stop in single file or 2 at the tops. And it's also a stop sign on the return as you come past that. So once you've headed through that stop sign, make your way out through the countryside there along the road. There'll be marshals at strategic points. Like we said, no drafting, keep left, all that sort of stuff. We want you to keep at least a bike and a half length between competitors. Overtake on the right hand side. Be courteous to other road users. Certainly be very well aware of other road users as well as competitors. When you get to the top turnaround, we'll have a marshal there. It's a technical tight turn. It's about 70 odd metres short of Mount Vincent Road. There'll be a marshal up there. There's also a first aid kit up there as well. So if you do find yourself in need of first aid, see the top marshal there. Head back down the hill. If you're doing the senior leg, you're going to do a repeat of that of the top end of our bike course, and you'll do 2 laps of the hill. If you're doing the intermediate, you'll head back through that turnaround point, which you will have passed on your outbound leg. Be aware of the single lane bridge. It's a give way to the return when you're heading back towards transition, so take your time through that area. Get up out of your saddle. If you need to stop, road rules, got to follow them. Back through the stop sign, make sure you come to a complete stop there, and then once you go past the stop sign and you're heading back towards transition, you're going to take your first left-hand turn, which will actually about halfway along the showground. You'll have the showground on your right. Swing left. Please don't swing out wide there. It's a bad habit to actually swing wide and get a better speed angle into that corner. Don't do that because it's a narrow road. We need you to slow right down and be safe in what you're doing. Head back around the back of the park area, obviously keeping left. And then when you get to the western entrance of the park, it's a three-way intersection. You've got give way to your left, so the cars that should be coming through there should be giving way to you. But expect the unexpected. Road users, car drivers and motorbike riders sometimes lose their patience with cyclists, so we need to expect the unexpected there. You do have right of way, but let's just be on our guard. Make sure you got your hands on your brake levers and that you're prepared for anything that may happen there. Head back through the parkland area. Keep your heads up. There are a lot of car parks and things in there, and we've had a few near misses where cars have reversed out of parking spots, and our cyclists have had to head down, taking their feet out of their shoes and things like that. So just be really alert to what's going on. Have your hands on your hoods and off your arrows, and just like I said, expecting the unexpected. Dismount before you hit the grassed area. Stay in the transition chute, and then you'll head across the next intermediate time point, which will record the end of your bike leg. Return back to your bike spot. Make sure that your bike is racked before you remove your helmet and put your runners on. Grab your drink bottle and then head back out onto the run course, which is the run entrance. run exit from the transition area is at the top end, near the mount dismount line. Follow the grassed chute that we've got set up for you to the concrete pathway. You'll go across 2 tables there. If you've got a drink bottle and you want to leave it on there, you're more than welcome to. We don't have drinks available for you anymore, so it's up to you to bring your own, and you can leave it on that drinks table. You will pass that drinks table a couple of times on the run leg. Alright, so onto the concrete pathway and out onto your either 2k run for the intermediate, 4k run for the senior guys. Stay on the concrete path until you get to the far turnaround. There will be a marshal there. Don't head onto the bitumen at that point. Retrace your steps and head back past transition. And we've got 2 asphalt or roadway crossing points which are marshalled. You need to give way to cars before you cross there, so take care. Once you go through the second asphalt or roadway crossing, probably a good 100 metres, 150 metres or so further along that pathway, there'll be the intermediate turnaround. It's just level with about the clubhouse for the netball courts, about halfway across to the far side. It'll be signposted intermediates. You do a U-turn there and head back to transition, and you stay on the concrete pathway. You'll see the finish chute, and then you just run up the fence line for the edge of the pool from the New England Highway end, and then into the run chute and across the finish line. For those of you doing the senior race, continue heading out around the back of the park, around the soccer fields, around to the hockey field end until you see the senior turnaround. Give your mates plenty of encouragement, high fives, all that sort of stuff as you're heading back. That's the camaraderie of triathlon. It's what we do to encourage each other. Once again, you're going to return and cross those 2 roadway crossing points, so take care through those two points, and then return back to the finish chute and the finish line. Dunk your timing chip in the sanitising liquid that we've got there near the finish line, and then hang it back up in the rego tent. That's about it from me from the race direction team. Best of luck with your race. Huge shout out to our race day sponsors. Without our club sponsors, we don't have a race, but more importantly, it gives us the facilities that we've got around. So support our sponsors wherever you can. Enjoy your race. In the meantime, train hard, race safe, and I'll sign off for now. Good luck and safe racing. Cheers.